Women are always saying the same. They're always asking the same question. Where are all the good guys at? There's no good guys. I can't find any good guys. It's tough out here right now. And you gotta stop and wonder, what exactly do they think they mean by good guy? What do you think they mean when they say good guy? And if you go into the comment sections of these TikToks or these Instagram reels, you see a bunch of guys in there saying, oh, we're right here, but you didn't want us. And I think there's a misunderstanding, and I want to connect the dots for you, because I don't think you fully understand what women mean when they say they want a good guy. See, most guys, they just assume women want jerks, and jerks definitely do better than submissive, passive, nice guys, that's for sure. But what if there was a third option? I'll explain it to you like this. Imagine it's 2,000 years ago, prehistoric humanity type. And you have a cave, and in that cave, there's one female who has to decide between two males. Now, male A is very aggressive and brutish and domineering. He doesn't even treat the female very nice, but he's an excellent hunter and protector. Male B treats the female like a queen. He dotes on her. He's emotionally available. He's very kind and polite, and he really is invested in her well-being, but he's not a good protector and he can't hunt. Now, if you're the female, male A is the obvious choice. Why? Well, because survival is more important than emotional comfort. And so you have to understand, in the woman's subconscious, that decision-making process still exists to some extent. Now, it looks a little different in modern day, and that's what I want to break down in this video, because what if I told you there was a third option? And this third option, this third male archetype, is what women are talking about when they ask the question, where are all the good guys at?
Not to be dramatic, but I legitimately think I unlocked the world's best pickup line for all of the shy girlies tonight. If you're like me and you are way too afraid to go up to guys and talk to them, I promise you this line will work. So I was at White Horse Tavern in New York City, and I saw the most beautiful man I have ever seen in my life. And I had to go to the bathroom, so I was like walking past him. And as I walked past him, we make like very intense eye contact. And I wasn't even like thinking. And I look and I was like, oh my gosh, are you Ben from Hinge? I don't have Hinge right now. I've never seen this man before in my life. I have no idea if his name is Ben. But he looks over and he's like, no, but like, hey. And then we started talking, and now I'm supposed to see him next week. So yeah, guys, use that line. I think it's gonna work for everybody. I swear.
I think, and there was one guy I think I heard talking about there's never really a right way to approach. And then I think somewhere at the end of his video or something like that, he might have mentioned when he runs into dudes, or, you know, he looked at the situation of men not approaching, it's usually a skill issue, or it's usually that she's not attracted to you, which, you know, pretty much that's what it's going to run into. But I think with the way that modern women act, it's kind of hard to see now, is it a skill issue or is she just not attracted to me? A lot of time, modern women don't even know, they don't know how to act. They can be attracted to a man and still be cutting up and clowning him because that's what the group is doing. And obviously you got to be your own person, but you know, a lot of times women they're social. And so whatever the group is doing, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. Even though I would have liked the guy, I guess that's what I'm doing. Sometimes these women double back and talk to the guy. And the guy's like, well, why was you clowning me over there? Well, I was with the group and they was doing this, and this, but I really liked you, so I thought I didn't want to miss this chance. And they start talking, and then only come back after maybe a month, 2 months that they talking on the low, she introduced them to the friend group, or the friends kind of see them out. Where you been, man? You've been missing in action, right? But modern women a lot of times are ruining their own approach. They're attracted to you, but they're ruining it with RBF or who they hang out with. There was a situation where two women were in a gym. A man approached one. Well, he actually approached the group, and you know what he said was kind of corny, but the woman liked him, and so she was listening to hear what he had to say. The woman on the other side, her friend, jumps into the situation and the conversation and starts talking over him, laughing and kikiing. The woman then looks at her friend and says, okay, I mean, I guess I should laugh. So she starts laughing, kind of half-heartedly. And the woman, her friend, is still ruining her chance. She likes the guy. This is what some of these modern women are doing. They're ruining their chances for their friend because they're losers. Get away.
You know what I want? I want men to bring back the art of approaching women. It's completely lost. I feel like men don't do it anymore. And I'm not talking about like those creepy guys that come up to you and like hit on you and they're gross and disgusting and it's like never a positive interaction. I'm talking about like normal day-to-day guys. Like a guy who just likes a girl, thinks she's pretty and walks up to her and just talks to her and creates conversation. And it's just like this normal freaking conversation. I don't know what happened. I don't know what disconnected them, but I feel like so many more men have become terrified of rejection to the point where it has stunted them. I feel like, guys, if you were to approach more women, you guys would not get shot down as much as you think you would. Matter of fact, like I was approached at the grocery store by this really cute guy who just walked up to me and just like asked me a question and then just started talking to me. And because of that confidence, because he did that, it interested me so much that I was like, here's my number. Any other time, like if he had just walked by, I would have been like, whatever. But the fact that he went out of his way to do something like that impressed me. And so many women want that. Like masculine energy is supposed to be forward movement and action. You guys are supposed to lead. Like I feel like so many men have lost that.
So a lot of these women, heard one woman say, basically, if she wasn't enthusiastic about it early, then just kind of move on. And I do understand that, but for some of these modern women, it does sound like, well, instead of trying to wear me down, instead of trying to win me over with your charm, if I don't like you, then I don't like you, which is fair if that's the way that it ended up. But a lot of times in this current day and age, with the way some of these ladies are today, that's not how it ends up. And that's why you have these memes of, women in their 20s and sometimes in their 30s, depending on how attractive they are, even sometimes into their 50s, depending on how attractive they are, not settling down, just going out and doing their thing. But then, when they get a little bit older or when they see that their options start to dwindle, and for some of these ladies, they still have options, right? It never really goes down, but they see the quality of their options actually diminish and go down. It's like, man, I used to get guys like this. Now it seems like, man, I might get one or two, or every so often I might get somebody that I would deem, I really want to talk to them, one or two, versus getting like at least a handful back in the day. So now you got to look at it and say, okay, well, you didn't like him back then, right? Okay, I'm not eager, leave me alone. But then you're going to flip, and now you're going to say, well, I'm ready for this type of person to show me some attention. And it's not going to happen. In a lot of cases, it's not going to happen. And why should it? Modern women are great. They're fantastic at not taking the opportunities presented to them, when they should have just said, okay, and it might not even worked out. It might not even worked out. That's just how dating is. You got two people, great, fantastic, but it might not work out. But the issue is modern women aren't even taking the chance. They want a man to approach, but they won't even take the chance to see if the relationship is going to work. They don't even talk to the man. They don't even put their energy into it, their effort into it. But they want the man to pay. How many dollars? They want the man to put time into it. Why should he have to do all of that when you're not going to be fully invested?
How a healthy woman responds to a masculine man pursuing her. Number one, she will be open to seeing you immediately. She's not going to hold off. She's open to receiving the plans that you have made and is excited to meet you in person. Number two, she communicates with you via text message and calls, and she's very responsive in a timely manner. We're all super busy, but if this woman communicates with you that she's not going to be around for a bit, but she looks forward to talking to you later, that is huge. Number 3, she appreciates the things that you do for her. And I'm saying the little things. She says please, she says thank you. She's soft in receiving the energy that you're providing. If you pull out her chair, she says thank you. You bring her flowers, she's all excited about it, and she's thrilled that you even thought of her. Appreciation goes a very long way, and women should be doing that for you. Number 4, and this is a big one, after a few dates that you have planned and you have set up and she has shown up for, and you guys are in good communication, she wants to do a little something for you. She sees something and buys it, or she wants to plan a little something to make you happy rather than you always having to do every single thing for her. Either way, feminine women love to receive, but they also love to give, because making you happy makes her happy. So always remember that. If you're the only one giving, and she's taking, you might as well look at that as an orange red flag.
I think what a lot of men are tired of is women. A lot of these ladies, some of these ladies, modern women, right? They want a certain freedom with you. Like, say for instance, like, I have a male best friend, but you can't have a female best friend. I can go out with my male best friend. My male best friend can hang out with me, but you don't need to be doing that type of stuff because, you know, women are like this. I can't trust them, but you can trust me around this man, right? And it might not even be a male best friend. It might be me going out with my lady friends, my girlfriends, but you can trust me around them, even though you're looking at that woman and saying she's about to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, this is the way that she is on social media, online. This is the way I mean, we can sit up here and talk about social media is fake all we want to, but some of this stuff, you can't fake it. When you're going out on a girl's night and you're posting about you locking lips with a man, that's not fake at all. Oh, that was my friend. You know, we ain't even like that. No, that's weird. Y'all know y'all post everything online, doing whatever you want to do, right? But once again, modern women want to be able in relationships to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they please. But when it comes to a man, you need to do exactly how it goes beyond loyalty. Does that make sense? It goes beyond what's normal, what's natural, what's regular. And it goes to, you need to do it how I say to do it. You need to behave in the way that I say, exactly how I would have you to do it. Follow what I'm telling you to do. Even if it seems counterintuitive, even if it seems like it don't make any sense, even if I'm being overbearing and dramatic, do what I told you to do, or else you're not going to be my man.
Feminine responds to praise. Masculine responds to challenge. So if you go, you're not being feminine, you're such an idiot, gentlemen, if you do that. All you're doing is making her more masculine. It's going to make her more pissed off, right? So you need to praise her. But notice, I praised her sincerely. I didn't make it up. I looked at her and I'm with her right now and say, what's beautiful? Her heart's beautiful. The way she cares about family's beautiful. The way she cares about her patients is beautiful. So you acknowledge sincerely. If you shit, it'll go nowhere because a woman can feel when it's shit. Like John Gray's a friend of mine, but I harass him. Like his whole thing is placation. Like just, go to your thing and agree with them. That's total shit. That might be a technique that might work once or twice. A woman who's conscious is not going to respond to that. Plus, it doesn't build a relationship. So you need to be able to see them. Sometimes when women have affairs, often because they're not seen. Different than men. And then they're like with their doctor or something and he's looking in their eyes for 20 minutes and they think that means he loves her, but actually he's just giving her presents. Women are starving for presents, gentlemen, and many of you aren't present because you're afraid you can't win with them either.
You know what's funny is a lot of these modern women will sit up here and say, whatever that taxi cab theory I think it is, where a man, when he's ready to be in a relationship, he'll basically get into a relationship with the first woman and he really doesn't like her, and it's really only convenience. That's funny because you literally have women out here like Shira 7 and a lot of these different female dating coaches that are teaching you, find this type of man. Your life doesn't need to be hard. Your life needs to be convenient. Your life needs to be easy. He needs to be working to try to make your life easy. But we never truly hear, how is the man's life easier? How am I making the man's life easier? We have to hear it from him. There's one woman on the internet, I can see her face right now. Hair color, I just don't know the channel of her name. And he's even been on her channel talking crazy, well, not crazy, but it kind of sounds out of touch where, I get this, I get that, I get this, I get that. If she said, okay, I'm willing to start a family, but I can't work while I'm starting a family. And he said, I can do that. Okay, well, I think we want to raise our kids outside of the public school system. So I'll be the one to, kind of stay home and get the curriculum together and talk to some friends and stuff like that. Now, there are perks to staying at home, being a stay-at-home mom. I get to have those, and there are perks to you being, working outside the home as the dad and the father, and you get to have those. What's happening is that modern women, they want the convenience. They want the respect. They want the admiration. They want all of the pros and none of the cons. And they want the man to have all of the cons and just maybe one or two pros, right? So I need you to come home and now you're the primary on taking care of the kids, right? As soon as you come home from an 8, 12, 14-hour day, now you're on dad duty for the rest of the night, and I'm going to go do whatever I'm going to go do because you get a break, you get this, you do that. And the man's like, no, I don't get any of that. Number one. Number two, that little 30-minute to an hour break that I get, I need all of that because some of these men are working hard, laborious jobs. But modern women get to the point to where it's just not working for me. My job is way harder than yours is. I need to be a little bit more relaxed. I need to be a little bit more in my feminine, which basically means I need you to allow me to basically put in less work. I need a nanny. I need a cook. Anything to make my life easier while you continue to go out there and slave away and work hard. It's not fair.
I should probably shut up about this, but women keep asking why men don't approach them in public anymore. It's not fear, it's exhaustion. You bring 1/10 of what our mothers did. You weaponized no-fault divorce, and you demand a 6-foot millionaire while offering nothing but entitlement. And worst of all, you don't respect your own fathers. You don't even know how to treat a man. We're not scared of approaching you. We're just done. It's time for a change, or hey, just stay alone.
A lot of these modern women, it's cool that you talk about what you want in a relationship, but when a man gets to talk about what he wants, then all of a sudden it's a problem. And men are really saying, man, I would like peace, respect, loyalty. I would like there's a lot of men that say, I like physical touch. And immediately a woman's mind will go to, oh, well, he just likes sex. True enough, yes. But then also, you don't really even have to have sex. Men don't really, there's this lady that I really like her content, Alyssa Rhoda, I think it is. But I think I have her in a lot of my compilations. She talks about the need for you, for women, for wives, touch your husband. Come close to him. It's okay. Touch him, rub his back, kiss on him, run your fingers through his hair, give him a massage. Those are things that are not or might not even be inherently sexual, but it's a way to connect with your man. And a lot of modern women, a lot of wives here are terrible wives. They don't do it. We always talk about how men are terrible. They're not leading in the correct way, but you're not giving a man any of this. No respect, no loyalty. You're not being his peace. Or, well, I don't need to be his peace. But you also don't, you also don't need to be his chaos, but you're doing that well. You're coming all up in the house creating chaos, man. Come on now. What you doing? You need to learn, hey, I'm going to say this to him. I'm going to speak life into him. I'm going to build him up. That's what a good woman is. Now, you roll that into being a good wife. But at that point, you being a good person, what makes you a wife is somebody who is dedicated to doing that exclusively for your husband. What do you mean? I'm serving my husband. This is my man. I'm loyal to him and only to him. I'm serving him. I'm giving him peace and only. Now, that don't mean you're like, well, I only, keep peace with my husband. And every one of you can get cussed out. You don't do that. But, there's a level, and this is what men are saying. There's a level of who you should be. You can't even become a wife because you're not even a woman. You're not even a good woman first. So there's a level of being a good woman that, I'm just naturally a person that doesn't start a lot of drama. That doesn't mean that you don't have your little ways about you. Might be a little bit spicy. You might be a little bit sarcastic. You might say some stuff, right? But on the whole, you don't keep up a lot of mess going on, and a huge stuff, a lot of silliness, right? That's just being a good person. I talk, I communicate, I know how to have a conversation. Now, when it turns to me being a wife, now I say, okay, all these other guys out here, I'm cutting them off and I'm going towards him. Right? I'm loyal to him. Whatever he wants me to do, I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability. And he for me. And we work off and we do that for each other. I give my body to him, my plans, my vision. I'm giving it all to him. And him as a leader, if he's a good leader, he's going to, do his calculations, say, okay, here's where we need to go. And I'm going to follow him. Right? But a lot of modern women, they don't have that in them. And that's why they're still single today.
I am not here to call women out. I know there are other podcasts out there that specifically all they do is call women out. What I am stating is that evolution must create some mechanism by which women can determine this man is good for me, this man is not good for me. And those heuristics that are created through that mechanism lead to things like cheating and leaving your boyfriend for a sugar daddy. Those things happen because of this. Not always. There's other reasons why. Sometimes you have a perfectly good husband, he gets fat, loses motivation, his testosterone levels go down, and you're looking at this fat guy every day, and then you tell your parents, like, I just don't want to be with this guy anymore. I don't love him anymore. I've changed. He's changed. And then you go off and find some other guy. You're not wrong for that. I'm just explaining the economic mechanism by which that happens. It's not fate or destiny or karma. It's evolution.
And I think you probably have a lot of these modern women who have misguided expectations. You see women, some of these ladies talk about how a doctor doesn't have as much ambition as she would like him to have. Most people are like, what? I mean, all of the work that you have to do to even become a doctor, right? And that's if you're being a lazy doctor. Imagine what you have to do to be top of the line, next level as a doctor. I mean, obviously, care, compassion, listening go a long way, especially when you have patients. But being a doctor, and you could even talk about a lot of these men. I know we like to talk about doctors and stuff like that, but a lot of these guys work hard, laborious jobs. You have to have dedication. I don't care if you're a manager. I don't care if you're not a manager. I don't care if you're not a supervisor. You have to have some sort of dedication. A lot of these jobs are dangerous, and you need to be focused. And men get up every single day and go and do these jobs. Mentally taxing, physically taxing jobs. And then to come home to somebody, or to get on the phone with somebody, or go on a date with somebody, y'all might not even be in a relationship yet. But to be talking to somebody that doesn't really understand how that is, we're not even necessarily talking about money and provision. We're talking about you going out there every day and hustling, Modern women talk about, oh, men don't respect my hustle, they don't respect my grind, they don't respect this, and this. It's not necessarily that men don't respect you working. It's just men know at the end of the day, they're most likely going to be on the hook for providing and protection. We can talk about how you have a 6-figure job and how you're killing it and all that stuff, and how we're a power couple and we're high value partners. But at the end of the day, if you go down, I'm still going to have to make it happen. In a lot of these situations with modern women, I'm still going to have to make it happen. I think a lot of men are looking for, if I go down, can my wife carry it? Right? And I know a lot of women are looking for that. Fair enough. But if they go down, it's okay. He's got to be able to carry B. But if I go down, or if he goes down, I can't carry him. And men are like, well, if I always got to be the backup plan for her and she ain't got to be the backup plan for me, I'm not going to be dating. I'm not going to be doing it. Right? Modern women are saying, okay, he's not ambitious enough for me as a doctor. He's got to go do something else so we can they're not really even talking about ambition if you think about it. They're talking about you going to the next level and making them feel secure enough. They're saying, I don't feel comfortable enough at your 6-figure job. You know, there's that clip that asks women how much a man would need to make in order for them to feel safe. And most of these ladies, if not all of them, were at least over 6 figures. Most of them were around $250,000. They thought the average man was making $250,000 at least. And then they said, well, you know, I'd like it if you make $500K. That's over and above what they need. So as a doctor, if you're making $125,000, I'm at $250K. So you're about $125,000 short of what I actually feel like I need. What I actually want is $500K. And you're about what, a fourth of that? Not ambitious enough. You ain't doing something right if you can say it like that.
What one man limits in you, he desires in someone else. This is especially common in avoidant men, and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like and the psychology behind it. I had a session recently where my client started dating this guy. She was a classy, introverted, high-performing woman. Now, when she met his friends, she noticed that these women were the exact opposite of who she was. Big personalities, very bold and outspoken. And when she brought this to her partner's attention, he said, don't get me wrong, I like my female friends, but their loud, domineering personalities don't work romantically. As their relationship progressed, she noticed that intimacy started to dwindle, and he would start to go to the bathroom for very long periods of time, and she was certain there was another woman. One night, she checks his phone. Instagram, nothing. WhatsApp, nothing. Messenger, nothing. She checks his internet search history, and what do you have it? He has been consuming adult content with domineering women and submissive men. Now, psychologically, when men criticize or dismiss certain traits in women, it's not because they're repulsed, it's because they are intimidated, because those traits trigger deep insecurity and fear that threaten their control or invite unwanted competition. And this is especially common in avoidant men, because avoidant men rarely marry the woman they love the most. The woman they love the most is typically the woman that got away, because she was the one who saw him and triggered him more than anybody else. And when men get married, they marry for stability. Not all, but most. So they choose safe partners, a woman who won't trigger his ego and won't force him to confront his hidden anxieties. But their true desires, the traits they outwardly criticize, still linger beneath the surface, and they manifest in fantasies just like this.
Modern women, they're really great at saying the stuff that they want, and then going and doing the opposite. And then going and doing the opposite, right? Well, I want a man that's loyal to me. He only has eyes for me. He don't want no other girl. But then this same woman, it's like 20 dudes in her roster, 20 of them. You have 20 men vying for your respect. Well, you know, as a woman, I have to do that. It has to be what I do because I have to do this, and this. Modern women, they don't. These new women, these modern women, like in society today, they're so lazy. they want to talk about how men are lazy. Oh, men don't do it the way they used to. They don't do it the way they're supposed to. You're lazy. You're lazy too. The fact that you have flowers coming from 2 or 3 different dudes that you know you don't like, and you know they like you, then you have a man. You have one over here sending you Starbucks. You have one over here sending you DoorDash or sending you food. And these guys are sending you food. Shoot, sometimes these women, they might go out to a baseball game with a guy and say, hey, you want to go on a date? Yeah. Well, let's go to a Cubs game or I don't know, whatever your favorite sports team is. Let's go to a Cubs game. He pays, and those concessions are expensive. He pays for that type of stuff. He said, okay, man, I had a great time. I did too. And she's on the phone while they're walking back to the car. Well, he might be in the restroom. And while they're walking back to the car, he don't know that she done already texted one of her other guys on the roster saying, you know, I'm kind of hungry or something like that. Setting something up to have something when they get back to the house. Or a little sweet treat when you get back to the house. Oh, I just sent you some cookies or something like that. Hope you're doing all right. So they're playing the field, not reciprocating, but getting all these things. And then you're going to wonder why, because modern women can't keep things to themselves. You're going to get online and show women what you're doing. And then when a man sees this, he'll be like, oh, I'm going to stop doing that. And if these women are going to be like this, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. Or he says, I'm willing to do it for the right woman, but I'm going to approach this cautiously because I don't want to waste my money. Well, I'm not like other women. Okay. So then when I'm asking questions, you should be fine listening and saying, well, you know, this is what I do. And then kind of showing and exhibiting that type of behavior. But this is what we have today. We have modern women expecting a certain thing from a man, love, respect, loyalty, and all that stuff. But then they don't give it back. And as a matter of fact, behind that man's back, they are dogging that man out. And even in some of these situations, a man catches the woman dogging him out, doing him dirty, calling her out for that behavior. Yeah, I did it. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, you know, I ain't loyal to no man. No, but you are an idiot.
Oh my God, there are just like no good guys out there. Everybody's terrible. Dating apps are the worst. Like every guy I meet is such an like, I just don't understand. Like, I'm gonna be single forever because it's just so hard out there. Wanna know a secret where all the nice guys are? Yeah? Okay. Look around. They're everywhere, okay? They're the ones that you put in the friend zone. They're the ones on your dating app inbox that you've just ignored. They're the ones that have been repeatedly asking you out, but that you won't go out with because they don't make your stomach flip. Like that traumatic guy that's unavailable, that's been stringing you along forever and that you can't let go of. So where's the real ownership that we have? It comes down to working on ourselves, getting over that toxic behavior so that we can see somebody for who they really are. Understanding that social media and the movies and everything has lied to you about what they believe a true relationship should look like. It's not as exciting as you think, but it can be secure and stable and wonderful. And there are amazing guys out there that would be a husband and a father and a friend to you. And you need to do the work so that you can wake up and actually see them.
And I think men have gotten to the point after listening to a lot of this stuff to where he doesn't even try to force the woman to change anymore, or not even change, but to, you know, kind of see if we're on the same page, right? I already know based on the way you're talking and the stuff that you're talking about, we're not going to be on the same page. We're not going in the same direction. We don't have the same values, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm going in a different direction. I'm doing something different. And this is why men have stopped chasing. Oh, well, we'll just continue to chase and see how it goes. No, it doesn't seem to me. And this is when men have to start using their best guess and their best judgment based on what you've been showing me. Because modern women like to say, well, you know, the impression that you gave me when you came up here wasn't a good one, so I just went off of that, and I didn't know that I can trust you. Okay, great. I can do the same thing and will do the same thing as a man. If I say you act in a certain way, online or in person, I'm going to judge that as a first impression and say, I don't know if you and I, based on what I'm hearing and based on what I'm seeing, I don't know if you and I are right for each other. So I'm going to go ahead and bow out. Well, you didn't even go on the date. I don't think I need to. I think I've seen what I need to see. Obviously, they want you to go on the date. Well, I really wanted the experience. If I'm honest with you, I really just want to go out. I got dressed up, dolled up. I got my makeup on, or if they didn't, I wanted to do that. I was excited. I had plans. And then that's why they say stuff like, well, can we be friends? Right? I don't know if I really want to be a friend with you like that. Maybe we can be, but I'm really looking for the experience. If I had somebody to take me out, treat me like a gentleman, but understand I don't want him, that would be great. And if he has some things that, he wants to talk to me about every so often, I'm all ears, right? Maybe I can help you find your girlfriend. But that's the friendship that a lot of these modern women are looking for. I want a man to treat. This is why men are confused, right? Because she's going to say, I want to be treated like a lady, but I don't want to commit just yet until I find Mr. Right. Mr. Right as I see him. But in the meantime, ain't nothing wrong with a girl exploring. Ain't nothing wrong with a girl having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with a girl having experiences. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I have a man take me out to these nice restaurants and pay for it, that's because I've given him so much value. I was like, okay, what is the value that you're giving him? Well, just hanging out with him. I think I'm a good person. I think I'm a person who has good energy, and just being around me, your life. Modern women like to place a value, too much value, on emotions. So if you're super happy, super fulfilled, that's okay. And a man is saying, I am happy. I had a great time, but I'm not fulfilled because I don't think I'm essentially paying $200 and $300 for quote unquote happiness. And it's not even something I can take home. It's not even something I can honestly do anything with. Yeah, but you're happier and you're in a better state. I can pay for a therapist and come out cheaper if I want to do that. Number one. Number two, I have my friends. So how are you and I going to actually be friends with each other? How are we actually going to be equal to where we can both talk to each other about things, but then I'm not the only one that's paying? You know what I mean? I'm not the only one that has to expend money, resources to be in the friendship. Because you'll do it with all of your other female friends, but you won't do it with me. Men are checking out of this type of stuff. Men are moving on from this type of stuff. Men are not dealing with this type of stuff. Hey, I'm not going to be in the friend zone. I'm just going to go with somebody somewhere else. Looks like they have my values. And we're going to see if we can make it work.